Feeling overwhelmed? Like the world is constantly on your shoulders? You're not alone. Stress is a fact of life, but letting it control you can take a toll on your health and happiness. But what if you could manage stress instead of letting it manage you? Today we're diving deep into the world of stress. We'll break down what it is, how it affects you, and most importantly, equip you with powerful tools to combat this everyday monster. We know, stress isn't exactly a laughing matter. But a little humor can go a long way in diffusing tension. Now, let's get serious. Chronic stress can wreak havoc on your body and mind, leading to anxiety, sleep issues, and even physical health problems. Disclaimer: this information is intended for general knowledge only and does not constitute medical advice. Please consult with a qualified healthcare professional for any questions or concerns you may have regarding your stress levels and appropriate management strategies. Stress, you see, is that yucky feeling when things get piled on and coping feels impossible. It's like your brain and body are on high alert, constantly tense. Don't we all know that feeling? Truth is, pretty much everyone deals with stress at some point. It's a normal part of life. Types of stress. Let's talk about stress. It's that feeling, you know, the one that tightens your chest and makes your brain go fuzzy. Everyone deals with it, but it comes in different flavors. Think of acute stress as the short-term kind. It's like your body's built-in alarm system. Public speaking? Tight deadline looming? Boom! This type of stress is short-lived, lasting minutes or hours, and triggers that fight or flight response. Your body pumps out hormones to give you a burst of energy to face the challenge. Chronic stress, though, that's a different beast. It's that constant pressure that builds up over time, like a pot about to boil over. Work overload, caregiving, financial woes, they all contribute. Unlike acute stress, chronic stress can wreak havoc on your health if left unchecked. The key is learning to recognize the signs and taking steps to manage it. Deep breathing, exercise, even just taking a walk in nature can make a big difference. Remember, a little stress is normal, but chronic stress, that's when you gotta fight back. Causes of stress. It seems like everyone's got their own set of worries, you know? But hold on, there are actually different types of stress, depending on what's going on in your life. First, there's the daily stuff. Traffic jams, those never-ending lines at the store, that mountain of bills, they all chip away at you, even if they seem minor. Then there are the bigger things, the stuff that really rocks your world. Like losing your job, dealing with a health scare, or going through a tough breakup. Those can leave you feeling completely overwhelmed. And on top of that, some people just tend to be a little harder on themselves. Maybe they overthink things or have a bit of a perfectionist streak. That can definitely make stress worse. But remember, what stresses one person out might not faze another. It all depends. Alright, so we've talked about what causes stress, but there is good news. We can learn ways to manage it. Studies have shown that even the little things can make a big difference. Like, one study found that all those daily hassles can really add up to major stress. No surprise there, right? The important thing is to understand what works for you. Maybe it's hitting the gym, taking a relaxing bath, or simply spending time with loved ones. Find what helps you de-stress and stick to it. Remember, you're not alone in this. We all deal with stress in our own way. But by understanding the different types and what might be making things tougher for you, you can take control and start feeling better. Signs and symptoms of stress. Stress manifests through a combination of emotional, physical, and behavioral changes. Identifying these signs early can help individuals take proactive steps towards managing stress effectively. Let's break it down. Stress can show itself through how you feel, how your body acts, and even how you behave. Emotionally, feeling constantly on edge? Super worried all the time? That could be anxiety talking. Ever get super frustrated and snap at people easily? Irritability might be playing a role. Feeling overwhelmed by everything on your plate. That's a classic stress symptom. Physically, headaches are common, along with tight muscles, especially around your neck and shoulders. Feeling drained and sluggish? That fatigue is your body saying, "Hey, I need a break." Having trouble sleeping or waking up constantly? Stress can mess with your sleep big time. Notice any changes in your appetite? Stress can make some people eat more, while others lose their taste for food altogether. Behaviorally, turning to alcohol or drugs to cope. Not a good idea in the long run. Stress can make you want to isolate yourself from everyone. But remember, human connection is important. Do you have trouble relaxing and unwinding even when you try? Stress can make it hard to switch off. Skipping meals, neglecting exercise, these are all signs your self-care routine might be suffering because of stress. Remember, everyone experiences stress differently. An occasional bad day doesn't necessarily mean you're overloaded. But if you're finding yourself dealing with several of these signs consistently, it's a good idea to talk to a healthcare professional. They can help you figure out healthy ways to manage stress and get back to feeling your best. Understanding the impact of stress on health. Stress can really mess with your health, both physically and mentally. Let's talk about how it affects your body. Physical health. Let's talk about physical health for a sec. Increased stress has been linked to a higher chance of getting nasty stuff like heart disease and high blood pressure. Think of it like constantly having the fight or flight response cranked up, not exactly good for your ticker. And your immune system? Well, that takes a hit too. When you're stressed out all the time, your body's like, gotta focus on this stress thing, and forgets to fight off those pesky germs. Colds, flu, the whole shebang, you might find yourself catching everything that goes around. Stress can even show up on your skin and mess with your digestion. Ever break out right before a big presentation? Yep, that can be stressful. Same goes for stomach woes. Feeling anxious can have your gut all twisted up. Mental health. Now, mentally, stress is no joke either. It can be a major contributor to anxiety and depression, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. Imagine constantly having a million tabs open in your brain, all flashing and demanding attention. That's what chronic stress can feel like. Remember, this is just a glimpse of how stress can affect you. If you're dealing with a lot of stress, it's important to talk to a healthcare professional. They can help you develop personalized strategies to manage stress and get back to feeling your best. Stress management techniques. Combat daily pressures with these practical strategies. Relaxation techniques. Deep breaths. Imagine yourself blowing up a balloon. Inhale slowly through your nose, filling your belly, then exhale completely, feeling the tension whoosh out. Do it a few times, and you'll feel calmer in no time. Muscle magic. Ever clench your jaw so tight you could crack a walnut? Try tensing and relaxing different muscle groups, one by one. Tighten your shoulders for a few seconds, then release. Feel the stress melt away? Meditation mission. This isn't about chanting or sitting like a pretzel, although that can work too. Meditation is about quieting your mind. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Thoughts will wander, that's natural, just gently bring your attention back to your breath. Lifestyle hacks. Move it or lose it. Exercise is a natural stress soother. Go for a brisk walk, hit the gym, or dance around your living room like nobody's watching, because ideally, nobody is. Physical activity releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that boost your mood and leave you feeling awesome. Eat well, feel well, think of your body like a car. You wouldn't put junk in your gas tank, so why feed yourself sugary treats and processed foods? Nourish yourself with healthy options like fruits, veggies, and whole grains. You'll have more energy to tackle your day and less stress about what you're putting in your body. Sleep is king, or queen. Being sleep-deprived is a recipe for disaster. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of shut-eye each night. A well-rested mind and body are much better equipped to handle stressful situations. Ditch the booze and buzz. Sure, a glass of wine might seem relaxing in the moment, but alcohol and caffeine can actually worsen anxiety and mess with your sleep, making stress management even harder in the long run. Time management tricks. Tame the to-do list. Feeling overwhelmed by a never-ending list of tasks? Prioritize. Tackle the most important things first and break down larger projects into smaller, more manageable chunks. Goals, glorious goals. Set realistic goals for yourself. Trying to do everything at once is a recipe for burnout. Celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small, and stay motivated. Don't be a lone wolf. Need help? Delegate. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance when your plate is overflowing. Building your support system. Squad up. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people who care about you. Friends, family, even a pet can provide a sense of belonging and help you weather tough times. Help is a phone call away. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to. If stress is getting the better of you, consider seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor. They can equip you with additional tools and strategies to manage stress effectively. Remember, you've got this. Take care of yourself, and don't be afraid to reach out for help when you need it. Conclusion. Let's talk about taking care of yourself. You know, that feeling when everything feels overwhelming? Yeah, stress can be a real drag. It messes with your mind and body in crazy ways. The key is to not let it win. There are ways to manage that stress monster, and it's important. Like, really important. First things first, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then you gotta find healthy ways to de-stress. Maybe it's hitting the gym, taking a long walk in nature, or just chilling with a good book. Whatever works for you. But hey, sometimes things get tough, and even your best coping mechanisms might not be enough. That's where professionals come in. Therapists, counselors, they've got the tools and knowledge to help you navigate those rough patches. Remember, you're not alone in this. Taking care of your mental and physical health is crucial, and reaching out for help shows strength, not weakness. Key takeaways? Stress bums us out, gotta manage it. Don't be afraid to ask for help from a pro if things get too much. We all need a little support sometimes. Don't let stress win. We've only scratched the surface today. For more in-depth strategies and practical tips to tame your inner stress monster, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Remember, knowledge is power, and together, we can overcome the challenges of stress.